A brand new chess set that looks like it has 50 years of history in its wood. Let's see why. This finish is it's not a coincidence. It's the result of a carefully controlled chemical process that gently oxidizes the tannins in the wood, in this case bog oak. It's from an aged, weathered piece. Afterwards, the piece is dried with heat and protected with natural oils and waxes. This, well, is achieved so that it has an appearance very similar to a chess set that's half a century old, about 50 years. I have one that I'll show when I reach 5,000 subscribers, which is 70 years old, and it's truly impressive. It's impressive, the work this shop has done to simulate at least 50 years of history in wood that's actually new. With the queen, you can better appreciate the uniformity of the color. There are no plastic varnishes. Everything is achieved through very carefully controlled chemical reactions and extraordinary manual polishing that takes hours and hours of work. Of course, the bishop, well, shows a flawless finish, a silky satin sheen. There are no irregularities. This can only be achieved with repeated oiling and hand polishing. Of course, now we're going to look at the star of the show, which is the knight. The knight is perhaps the most difficult piece. Notice the contrasts in the carved grooves, these grooves here. That's where the darker tone accumulates, simulating decades of aging. Achieving this is actually very difficult, and even more so without the wood losing its strength and artistry. I do want to get a bit closer here so you can see the details of this knight. It's a 100% Staunton design. This set is from Japan. And here is the rook, solid and precise. Look at the battlements, very precise. Every angle, every curve, is worked by hand before the treatment. The result is a naturally even aging, without the need for cheap dyes. No less important, one of the pawns, perfectly rusted. It's a knight made from boxwood, bonist. It's a set that's clearly going to be very, very durable in battle. Here you can see it on your left, next to the aged bogwood from this shop. The knight as well, as you can see, is natural bogwood. Well, friends, this is a board, a game that you don't just play, you experience, because each piece seems to carry half a century of history and character, even though it's brand new. Which shop is it from? Well, it's from Royal Chessman. It costs $200, all included, and it's called golden.